I'm Azalea Hart from iHeartRadio Canada. We're so excited to be sitting with you. Shawn, how are you?
How's it going?
Very good.
Yeah?
We were talking about the weather and saying how
We
amazing it
were.
is outside.
Starting to turn around. I love it. Summer's here.
Summer's finally here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to go all the way back to, we're going to go back a little bit to when Drake invited you to OVO Fest 2022. What was going through your mind in that moment? And how did it end up relighting your creativity?
Well, I mean, first of all, in that moment, I told him, I was like, dude, I haven't even performed in like 10 years. Like I don't know how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But he was so supportive. He was like, nah, dude, it's going to be great. Just come do it. People are going to love it. And I'm like, all right, if you say so. And then, yeah, I mean, did the show. Obviously, that was kind of like the reignite of Shawn Desman, really and truly. I mean, before that, I hadn't been doing anything, not making music, not doing anything. And after that day, it was like everybody was back on like Shawn Desman, what's going on? Everybody's messaging me, emailing me to bring us to present day where like I have a song on the radio right now with Jamie Fine called Body that's like absolutely smashing.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
So happy, so grateful. So much stuff going on and I'm just like, I'm in a great place. I'm happy, which is the most important for me. So.
Well, your Instagram bio says that you are the president and CEO of the Good Looking Nice Guy Club.
I am.
Please elaborate. What do you mean?
I mean, anytime I go to a store, I always make the joke where like I go to the cash and I'm like, but you're going to give me the Good Looking Nice Guy discount, right? I say that every time.
What do they say?
They say absolutely not. But so that's where it came from. So I am officially the president and CEO of the Good Looking Nice Guy Club.
I like it.
Do you?
I'm going to try to use that.
Absolutely.
I just want to see.
Yeah.
There's like pretty people privilege, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit. 100%.
Do you get it? Do you get the privilege?
I mean, to be honest, the last couple of days, I've gotten so much clothes given to me. I have nowhere to put this stuff. It's getting ridiculous. My wife is like, you need to stop. I'm like, I can't not accept the stuff. Like,
Right.
I want clothes.
Right.
I have to tell one of my kids, like, you don't have a bedroom anymore. Like, you're going to sleep on the couch.
This is my new walk-in closet. Thanks for coming out.
Exactly.
So to your Back to Life tour, you're hitting 16 cities across Canada. How does performing live feel again for you?
It's the best feeling. It's actually like my favorite part of everything. We're doing 16 dates. We're going to announce a few more dates because we haven't announced Toronto yet, actually. So Toronto is going to be announced in September. Show is happening in December and giving you the exclusive there. So it is gonna be in December. But it just feels great. It feels great to be back out there. The stage is literally like my home. It's all I've known. It's all I've done since I was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And to like be up there and hear the people and like be able to interact and like just like seeing the love in the room. Because I tell people now it's like it's a different feeling now that, I'm 20 years deep and like the fans are now like adults. They're adults. They have adult money. They come and like they buy all the merch and do all the things. And I tell everybody it's like a room full of love. It's not a room where like Shawn Desman's on stage and like teeny bopper girls are trying to get with Shawn Desman and vice versa.
Right.
It's just like a room full of respect, a room full of love. And it is literally like the best feeling.
Well, we actually, I was hosting and you performed at that Rib Fest that year.
Yeah.
And you're right, because it is older fans now, but they so can appreciate the music so much more, and they were screaming your name.
They do, and like another thing that's like a favorite part of mine that's happening right now is like I get all the stories of like people coming to me and saying like, you have no idea what your music did for me growing up. Like when they say you were my childhood, that is like it brings tears to my eyes. I'm like, that is so crazy to hear. And now what's happening and what's so beautiful is that fans that were fans 20 years ago and still fans now have kids that are fans. Right. So it's like I'm hitting two generations of people, of fans, and it's like it's so cool.
And it's fun because you can bring your daughter out on stage and she does dances with you.
People are like, do you have to force her? I'm like, force her. She begs me to go on stage. Like, she is like a natural performer and like she can sing. So I'm waiting for the day where she's like, hey, Dad, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would love for her to pursue something. I'm not going to push it on her, but like if she wants to do it, I would love for her to do it.
Well, you could start on TikTok because your TikTok
100%.
is popping.
Her and my wife, their dancing videos are going completely viral now. Like, she's like, yesterday my wife, we were in bed and she's like, so did you see like how many views this video has? And I'm like, yeah, how many followers do you have? Like we go back and forth.
You're like, you're not the only
She's
star.
like, yeah, but that's the point. I have less followers than you, and this has so many views. I'm like, whatever, go to sleep.
Like, actually, that's a good point, actually. Okay, so your new single, Body, with Jamie Fine, climbing the charts, play it during all my shows, and it is so catchy, and it is really going to be the song of the summer. What was the spark behind that collaboration?
Honestly, I agree. I think it is the song of the summer, and not just because it's our song. I think it is such a great song.
Yeah.
So I met Jamie last November in Ottawa at my show. She came out. I saw her like on the side stage. I went, gave her a big hug. I'd never met her before, but obviously I know her music.
Yeah.
After the show, we vibed and we chatted. We stayed in touch. And then about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I was doing some writing for my project. And I was like, who can I collaborate with? And then one of her songs came on the radio. And I was like, hey, Jamie. So I hit her up. I'm like, hey, by chance, are you going to be in Toronto these dates? She was like, well, I'm actually in Niagara visiting friends, but I can definitely come into the city and do some writing. I said, okay, cool. We're going to do these 2 days. So we do these 2 days of writing. First day, we write a song. It's kind of like medium, like whatever. But at the end of the day, we start going into Body, and we're like, oh, this is something. Tomorrow, we're going to finish this. We came in the next day, finished the song like in an hour. I then sing the entire song because we didn't think it wasn't written to be a collab. And so I record the entire song. I go home, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, Jamie sounded so good in the studio singing it with me. I called her right away. I was like, Jamie, do you want to do this song with me? And she's like, Shawn, I'm actually like annoyed that you didn't ask me at the studio. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I really want to do it. So she recorded her vocal at her house and then sent it. And then we did all the things, and it turned into what you hear now. And I think it's so great. As soon as it comes on, it just makes you smile, makes you feel good. And then when the chorus comes in, you're like, oh yeah, you're vibing. You're in it.
Yes, it does. And that is just like some music magic, because for it to just start off as a writing session, then turn into a collaboration, a Canadian collaboration at that, one that we didn't know we needed.
Right.
Phenomenal.
And then you see all the content we're shooting and everything.
And all the content, you know, is going to come.
And it's so genuine. Honestly, I love her so much. We have become, I talk to her at least 2-3 times a week now.
Right.
We're so close. And like when we're shooting content, we are having the best time. It's not work. It doesn't feel like work at all. Like we just did some stuff with Walmart, and the video's like going crazy.
Yes, I need to ask you about that, because there was Mr. Big, there were cucumbers, there were eggplants.
Magnums.
I wasn't going to say the magnums, but you mentioned the magnums. Whose idea was that, and what was that like, and how many takes did it take before you guys were just crashing out loud?
We literally only did 2 takes. We did her perspective and my perspective. We're really good like that. But it was my idea. I was like, yo, Matt, who like shoots my content, he's a genius, comes up with like concepts. I was like, Matt, you need to get a box of condoms.
Oh,
and so he went fat, and I was like, because I'm like, trust me, people are going to die.
It was like a value pack.
It was so big. And then the Mr. Big as well.
Yeah, the Mr. Big chocolate.
So everything's strategic, you know?
Very strategic. Were Walmart employees or customers watching and like, what's going on?
We had people coming actually to the till to cash out. We're like, sorry, we actually don't work here. Like,
you were wearing the vest.
Then all the workers, of course, were going nuts and taking pictures, and it was so cool. Walmart Canada they reached out to us like, hey, they're seeing all the content. They're like, you should come to Walmart and shoot some stuff. We're like, yes, we should. Let's do it.
So it's Walmart's idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what didn't make the cashing out?
We didn't really see the icy hot too good.
I know. I did see the icy hot on the thing.
Jamie did something with her back where she was like, "Oh, my back hurts."
Okay. Throw your back.
Other than that, we saw everything, all the items. Yeah.
Okay, that is hilarious. No, that made me laugh out loud. Actually.
I love it.
Okay, you if you could drop a dream collab, who would it be with, and why?
Dream collab. Oh my God. I've been talking about it so long, and we're actually talking about it, the two of us, Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, fun.
We both come from, Portuguese heritage. We're both Portuguese, and we're talking about it, and we're just like, it has to be like the right thing. It has to be the right song, right moment. We can't force it. So like we're literally in talks like of doing something together. So hopefully that comes into fruition like really soon. Other than that, obviously I'd love to do something with Drake. I literally at OVO, I was like, yo, homie, like Shawn Desman Drake collab. And he was like, yo, you know where to find me. Just like hit me. With him too, it's got to be, he's very smart.
Right.
And he's so strategic. And for him, it's got to be the right moment, right song. It's got to be, everything's got to be right. And he's really good at lining all that stuff up. So I wouldn't say that that's completely out of the cards. And have a bunch of ideas with some people. I was actually talking over Instagram with Lauren Spencer Smith. She commented on the Walmart video.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm fangirling so hard right now. And she DM'd me. She's like, holy nostalgia. And so we were going back and forth. So we're talking. Who knows? Something might come from that.
Okay.
But yeah, those are the kind of the things that are like in the works right now. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that either of those collaboration, Nelly
Right?
Furtado or Drake, would be
100%.
could be all three of you.
Bonkers.
And then
Yes.
Timbaland might come on.
Right?
Produce? Okay. All right. So you have your Unplugged show this
Yeah.
Saturday for North by Northeast. What can audiences expect?
It's really cool. I was talking about it on Instagram because it's going to be something very different than what fans are used to.
Yeah.
They're used to me being up there with the band and dancing and singing. And this is going to be very intimate. It's a small venue. Q&A, interview. I think fans are going to be able to ask questions as well. And then I'm doing, a bunch of my like biggest hits, but like stripped down. It's just me and a piano. Because people are like, oh, I don't know if Shawn Desman can sing. Auto-tune 2025. I'm like, auto-tune, bro. I've been touring and singing since I was 9 years old. Trust me.
Period.
Auto-tune is new. Like, I was not using auto-tune, 20, 30 years ago. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm so excited about it. And like, I love those intimate things when you're just in a room with like real fans, you know what I mean? And like people that like want to be there as opposed to like doing something like a festival, which is also great. But then like people are just there, you know what I mean? So those are always really special. So yeah, super psyched. North by Northeast and Billboard reached out to do it. So like I'm super grateful. Yeah, it's going to be, my team has been working so hard on this whole thing. So it's going to be really great.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Kidding
It's
me?
always a pleasure.
Thank you. You're the best.
Thanks.